All right, so here's the house that we found on market, and I wanted to do a walkthrough of it because when I called, the agent said that it was a rental and the guy is just trying to sell it, and that it did have some minor foundation issues, but she said they got quoted $11,000 to fix the foundation problems. I've seen a lot of foundation issues here in Florida. We have a very soft soil, obviously a humid climate, so it's common. But a house like this, when it's on a slab, obviously is going to be more expensive to fix. But I don't know if I've seen a house do what this house is doing. I've seen some that are really bad that feel like you're walking upstairs, but this one is kind of weird. So I'll turn it around and show you. So other than it just having a weird floor plan, I guess you can call it, it's got these sunken down rooms, which again is pretty common, but I don't think I've seen one where you're walking into what feels like a platform. So both the dining rooms are sunken down, and then the living room is sunken down, but everything else is on the same level. The kitchen, the bedrooms back there, the bedrooms over here are all on that same level. Now, when I first walked in, you can almost see it, but especially when you step down into it, this feels like it's a bowl. Everything is going into the middle where the sockets are down there. And if you look closely at the bottom of this kitchen wall, you can see there's a tiny gap here, a big gap here, and then a tiny gap here. So you can see that everything is sinking down to the middle. You can see the baseboards have split. There's a crack in the wall here, and when you're walking around the house, you can just feel it. Over here in the hallway, it kind of dips, got a weird feeling. And then back into the bedroom, I'll show you, just because it's a cool house, but you can feel it back there as well. And I told my wife, because we were looking at buying this as a flip, it almost feels like everything is going to the middle. And sure enough, when I show you the outside of the house, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now the outside is pretty nice. They've got this screened-in patio with a little quarter wall that goes around. It's a great spot to hang out when it's raining. It's a decent sized yard. Goes back there and then goes this way. It's a good sized yard. But we started walking around and I saw some pretty big red flags. So you can see here these giant bolts that are sticking out of the dirt. This crack here, and then this is exposed footing from the slab, which again, not uncommon. You have a lot of washout, people don't put gutters, but we have gutters, and you can still see the footing. So that means that the brick has come up so much that you can start to see it. Now what these are is these giant screws that they bore into the ground. So what happens is they have these massive screws that are about 8 inches around that they literally dig underneath the house. They dig these giant holes. They put the screws at an angle underneath the slab and anchor it down into solid dirt, and then they lift the foundation up to try and level it. And they'll measure the corners of the house, they'll measure the middle, and it'll tell them how far off the house is from being level. 0.2 degrees, 0.4 degrees, 1.5 degrees, and they'll know where they have to come up or come down. And so I kept walking around the house, and it gets even worse. We've got it over here too, but much more extensive. So here we've got 1, 2, 3 down here. There's a giant hole, and look at all this exposed footing. You can see the slab. You can even see the screw on this one because it's washed out. I don't know if this house is on a sinkhole, which is only something I've seen once, but this is pretty bad. And the fact that they've already done this extensive foundation work and it's still an issue is a huge red flag to me. If this house hadn't had any foundation work done to it yet, I don't think I would be nearly as scared. But they've got 3 on this side, 2 on the other side, and we're still having issues. And you can see up here, the windows almost popping out of the casing, almost popping out of the window frame. So it's a little weird to me that the agent is saying they got quoted $11,000. That they're a foundation company here in Jacksonville, and they're notorious for being triple the price of most other foundation companies. So the fact that they're quoting 11 on this, I don't know. I think this is much more expensive than $11,000. I think this could be 20, 30, maybe more, because it's a huge house. And again, the center of the house slopes into a bowl. So how do you fix that? I'm just now seeing we've got more cracks here, and you can see the brick window frame here is all messed up, and at the top as well. So I don't think this is something that we would want to flip. Now, I may try to make her a super low offer, but there's no way this is going to sell for what they're asking for. This is pretty extensive. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick walkthrough and show you what that stuff looks like. And thanks.